Industrial Security Management Reviewer. Active security measures. 1. Physical barriers. 2. Security lighting. 3. Vaults. 4. Locks. Passive security measures. 1. Those that will deter man from committing such act for fear of being caught, charged in court, or get dismissed. 2. Security education programs, investigation, fire prevention, seminars, personal security checks. Company Guard Force, CGF, a security force maintained and operated by any private company/corporation utilizing any of its employees to watch, secure, or guard its business establishment premises, compound, or properties. Duty Detail Order is a written order/schedule issued by a superior officer, usually the private security agency/branch manager or operations officer, assigning the performance of private security/detective services duties. Factors that bring about unsecured conditions. 1. Threats, an activity that could lead to a loss. 2. Hazards, a condition that could lead to a loss. 3. Vulnerability, a weakness that can be used to gain access to an asset. 4. Risk, a potential loss or damage to an asset. Government Guard Unit, GGU, a security unit maintained and operated by any government entity other than military or police, which is established and maintained for the purpose of securing the office or compound and/or extension of such government entity. Government security personnel shall be natural persons, which include government security guards, detectives, security consultants, and security officers, except those of the AFP, PNP, or BJMP, rendering or performing security and/or detective services as employed by government entities. License to exercise profession shall mean any document issued by the Chief, PNP, or his duly authorized representative recognizing a person to be qualified to perform his duties as private security or training personnel. License to operate, LTO, is a license certificate document issued by the Chief, Philippine National Police, or his duly authorized representative, authorizing a person to engage in employing security guard or detective, or a juridical person to establish, engage, direct, manage, or operate an individual or a private detective agency or private security agency/company security force after payment of the prescribed dues or fees. Note: new applicants for license to operate shall be required to obtain a minimum capitalization of 1 million pesos. P1,000,000.00, with a minimum bank deposit of 500,000, P500,000.00 pesos in order to start its business operation. No regular license shall be granted to any private security agency unless it has a minimum of 200 licensed private security personnel under its employ. No regular license shall be granted to any company guard force or private detective agency unless it has a minimum of 30 licensed private security personnel under its employ. The maximum number of private security personnel that a PSA/CGF/PDA may employ shall be 1,000. PADBAO, Philippine Association of Detective and Protective Agency Operators, is an association of all licensed security agencies and company security forces in the Philippines. Person shall include not only natural persons but also juridical persons such as corporation, partnership, company, or association duly registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Physical barrier, any structure or physical device capable of restricting, deterring, delaying illegal access to an installation. PNP, Philippine National Police, under the DILG, organized pursuant to the provision of RA 6975, otherwise known as the National Police Act of 1991. The PNP shall exercise general supervision over the operators of all security agencies and guards. Powers and duties of a security guard. 1. To watch and secure the property of the client. Service shall not extend beyond the property or compound of client. Exception. 1. Escort duties. 2. Hot pursuit of criminal offenders. 2. Security guard and private detective have no police authority. Private detective is any person who does detective work for hire, reward or commission, other than members of the armed forces of the Philippines, guards of the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, municipal or city jail guards, and members of the Philippine National Police or of any other law enforcement agency of the government. Qualifications of a private detective. 1. Must be a Filipino citizen. 2. Must be a high school graduate. 3. Must be physically and mentally fit. 4. Must not be less than 21 nor more than 50 years of age. 5. Must be at least 5 feet and 4 inches in height. 6. Must not be suffering from any of the FF disqualifications. 8. Dishonorably discharged or separated from the AFP. B. Mental incompetent. C. Addicted to the use of narcotic drug or drugs. D. Habitual drunkard. 7. Must not be convicted of any crime involving moral turpitude. Private detective agency is any person who, for hire or reward or on commission, conducts or carries on or holds himself or itself out as conducting or carrying on a detective agency or detective service. Notes. 1. All person used in a private detective work must be licensed. 2. All person employed solely for clerical or manual work need no private detective license. 3. License, LTO, shall be displayed at all times in a conspicuous and suitable place in the agency office or headquarters of the agency and shall be exhibited at the request of any person whose jurisdiction is in relation with the business of the agency or the employees thereof, or of the chief of the PNP, or his duly authorized representative or any peace officer. 4. The PNP shall exercise general supervision over the operation of all private detective and private detective agency. The rules above applies to a private security agency. Private security guard, watchman, shall include any person who offers or renders personal service to watch or secure either a residence, business establishment, or buildings, compounds, areas, or property, inspects/monitors bodily checks/searches individuals, and or baggage and other forms of security inspection, physically/manually or scientifically electronic, including but not limited to logging concessions and agricultural, mining or pasture lands. Transportation, for hire or compensation, or as an employee thereof, including any employee of the national or local governments or agencies or instrumentalities thereof and or government-owned or controlled firm or corporations who is employed to watch or secure government buildings, compounds, premises, and other properties, other than members of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, guards of the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, municipal or city jail guards, and members of the Philippine National Police or of any other law enforcement agency of the government. Qualifications of a security guard. 1. Must be a Filipino citizen. 2. Must be a high school graduate. 3. Must be physically and mentally fit. 4. Must not be less than 21 nor more than 50 years of age. 5. Must be at least 5 feet and 4 inches in height, RA 5487. 6. Must not be suffering from any of the FF disqualifications. 8. Dishonorably discharged or separated from the AFP. B. Mental incompetent. C. Addicted to the use of narcotic drug or drugs. D. Habitual drunkard. 7. Must have undergone a pre-licensing training course. 8. Must not be convicted of any crime involving moral turpitude. Moral turpitude, a phrase used in criminal law to describe conduct that is considered contrary to community standards of justice, honesty, or good morals. Crimes involving moral turpitude have an inherent quality of baseness, vileness, or depravity with respect to a person's duty to another or to society in general. Examples of crime involving moral turpitude: 1. Rape. 2. Forgery. 3. Robbery. 4. Prostitution. Private security guard agency, any person, association, partnership, or corporation, who recruits, trains, muster, furnishes, solicits individuals or business firms, private or government-owned, or controlled corporations to engage his service or those of its watchman, who may organize a security agency. 1. Any Filipino citizen. 2. Corporation. 3. Partnership. 4. Association. Limitations/disqualifications/prohibitions in organizing a security agency. 1. Security agency must be 100% Filipino-owned. 2. No person shall organize or have an interest in, more than, security agency. 3. No agency shall offer, render, or accept services in gambling dens or other illegal business establishments or enterprises. 4. Must not be an elective or appointive government employees, who may be called upon on account of the functions of their respective offices in the implementation and enforcement of the private security agency law, and any person related to such government employees by affinity or consanguinity in the third civil degree shall not hold any interest, directly or indirectly, in any security guard or watchman agency. 5. The extent of the security guard service being furnished by the security agency shall not go beyond the compound and/or property of the person or establishment contracting the security service, except when the security guards is escorting big amount of money or valuables. 6. Main office. All agencies shall maintain a main office in their registered addresses. Branch offices may be established and maintained in other provinces/cities where the security agency has deployed security guards. 7. Rules. Authority to operate outside principal offices. 1. No new or moribund but previously licensed private security agency shall be granted license to operate, unless its business viability is supported by evidence of assured clientele, adequate capitalization and the like. Moribund, dying, stagnant, obsolescent, in terminal decline, lacking vitality or vigor. 2. Private security agency operating at regions outside its main office shall be required to register with the nearest police provincial office, and shall submit an authenticated machine copy of the following documents: a. License to operate. B. License of the FOS to be issued. C. List of the officers and security guards. D. Appointment order of branch/detachment manager, if any. 8. All applicants for license to operate shall be required to attend a private security agency/company guard force operators and management seminar/workshop. 9. Prohibition on cabot system operators. 1. No licensed security agency shall operate, promote, and enter into an agreement of merger cabot system with any person or a group of persons for the purpose of organizing a branch unit or subsidiary under separate control and ownership. Merger of security and detective agencies shall not be recognized without prior approval from the SEC with respect to their articles of incorporation and the DTI, with regards their business name. 2. Any of the following circumstances or a combination thereof shall be considered prima facie evidence of the existence of cabot system. A. Maintaining a separate branch, unit or subsidiary office aside from the main office of the agency situated within the same locality. B. Receiving direct payments from the agency's clientele and issuing officials receipt of their own distinct from that issued by the agency concerned. C. Remitting directly Social Security system premiums, Medicare contributions, and other premium for other policy insurance benefits. D. Existence of an agreement between the licensee and a branch manager thereof, whereby the latter obligates himself to pay a certain percentage of his income to the former on the condition that the control and supervision of the guards posted by said branch shall course on the manager thereof, and that the licensee shall be exempt from liabilities/obligations attendant to the operation of said branch. E. Keeping/maintaining separate payrolls for the branch employees signed and/or approved by the branch manager only. F. Absence of record of monthly income remittances to the main office when said branch is authorized to make collections from the clients of the licensee. G. All other similar acts tending to show separate and distinct relationship/personality/ownership/management qualifications of the operator/manager of a security agency. 1 must be at least 25 years of age. 2 must be a college graduate and/or number 3 below. 3 must be a commissioned officer in the inactive service of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. 4 must be of good moral character. 5 must have no previous record of any conviction of any crime or offense involving moral turpitude. 6 must not be suffering from any of the following disqualifications: A. Dishonorably discharged or separated from the AFP. B. Mental incompetent. C. Addicted to the use of narcotic drug or drugs. D. Habitual drunkard. 7 must have taken a course/seminar on industrial security management and/or must have adequate training or experience in security business. Note: 1 cannot be a commissioned officer in the inactive service of the AFP unless college graduate. The law used the word and/or. RA 5487 is a law. In case of conflict between the law and its implementing rules and regulations promulgated by the Chief PNP, the law shall prevail. Private security industry shall cover those in the legitimate business of providing private security and detective services. Private security personnel shall be natural persons, which include private security guards, private detectives, security consultants, and security officers rendering/performing security and/or detective services as employed by private security agencies and/or private firms. Protective security system are those measures taken by an installation or unit to protect itself against sabotage, espionage or subversion. RA 5487, known as the Private Security Agency Law. Restricted area is any area in which personnel or vehicles are controlled for reasons of security. Restricted area is established to provide security for installation or facilities and to promote efficiency of security operations and economy in the use of security personnel. SAGST, Security Agency and Guard Supervision Division. SAGST is under the PNP Civil Security Group. Security is the state or quality of being secured, freedom from fear or danger, assurance, certainty. To secure is to make safe or be protected. From the Greek word securos, which means safe, safety or secured. Security guard, watchman, any person who offers or renders personal service to watch or secure either residential or business establishment, or both, or any building, compound, or area including, but not limited to logging concessions, agricultural, mining or pasture lands for hire or compensation, or as an employee thereof. Security hazards is an act or condition which results in a situation like a breach of the protection system and the subsequent loss or compromise of defense information, company secret, or damage to personnel, property, or facilities. 3 major areas of security. 1. Physical security, this concern with the physical measures adopted to prevent unauthorized access to equipment, facilities, material and document and to safeguard them against espionage, damage, loss, and theft. 2. Personnel security, this is as important as physical security. Personnel security starts even before the hiring of an employee and remains to be maintained for as long as the person is employed. Its purpose is to ensure that a firm hires those best suited to assist the firm in achieving its goals and objectives, and once hired, assist in providing necessary security to the workforce while carrying out their functions. 3. Document and information security, this involves the protection of documents as classified papers from loss, access by unauthorized persons, damage, theft, and compromise through disclosure. 2 instances when the Chief PNP may deputize any security guard to assist the PNP in the performance of police duties. 1. In case of emergency. 2. In times of disaster or calamities. Types of security. 1. Industrial security, a type of security applied to business groups engaged in industries like manufacturing, assembling, research and development, processing, warehousing, and even agriculture. It may also mean the business of providing security. 2. Hotel security, a type of security applied to hotels where its properties are protected from pilferage, loss, damage, and the function in the hotel restaurants are not disturbed and troubled by outsiders or the guests themselves. This type of security employs house detectives, uniforms guard, and supervisor, and ensures that hotel guests and their personal effects are safeguarded. 3. Bank security, this type of security is concerned with the bank operations. 4. VIP security, a type of security applied for the protection of top-ranking officials of the government or private entity, visiting persons of illustrious standing, and foreign dignitaries. 5. School security, a type of security that is concerned with the protection of the students, faculty members, and school properties. 6. Supermarket or mall security, a type of security which is concerned with the protection of the stores, warehouses, storage, its immediate premises and properties, as well as the supermarket, personnel and customers. Security personnel are trained to detect shoplifter, robbery, and bomb detection and customer relation. 7. Other types, this includes all other security matters not covered in the above enumeration.